The story begins with a brave girl who was preparing to climb down from a tower, nearly 1,000 meters high. But as soon as she stepped onto the fire ladder, her foot slipped. Fortunately, her friend reacted instantly and grabbed the safety rope, preventing her from falling. Just a few seconds later, the ladder crashed to the ground. Seeing this, the girl was filled with fear. With the help of her trusted friend, she slowly pulled herself back up using all her strength. After a great struggle, she finally made it to safety. The two friends laughed loudly and congratulated each other. But when they looked down, they realized that the ladder they had used to climb up had already fallen to the ground. Now they had no way to get down. It felt as if death was standing right in front of them. They began regretting why they had come there and gotten themselves trapped in such a terrible situation. The girl's name was Becky, a mountain climber. A year earlier, during a climbing expedition, she had watched her husband fall from a mountain and die. After that tragic event, she became emotionally shattered and completely withdrew from social life. A few days earlier, her friend had visited her and explained that she had become a full-time streamer. To attract viewers, she planned to climb the 4th highest tower in America. At first, Becky wanted to refuse. However, her friend convinced her that it could be a chance to move on from her grief, say goodbye to the past, and start a new chapter in life. Eventually, Becky agreed. The two drove to the TV tower. There, local people warned them that the tower was about 600 meters tall, had been in poor condition for years, and would soon be demolished by the government. But neither Becky nor her friend took the warning seriously. Early the next morning, they headed toward the tower. On the way, they noticed a sign that prohibited entry. With no other option, they walked through a deserted area until they reached the base of the tower. Standing beneath it, they finally realized how incredibly tall and frightening it was. Fear, once again, filled Becky's heart. Her friend, however, was extremely excited. She connected their safety locks and began climbing the iron ladder, not wanting to ruin the mood. Becky took a deep breath and started climbing with heavy steps. The ladder shook with every movement, as if it could break at any moment. Her breathing became faster, and she could barely bring herself to look down. Meanwhile, her friend became more excited the higher they climbed. Before long, they reached the upper platform of the tower. Beyond it was only a thin iron pole attached to an antenna. Strong winds howled around them. Becky closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and kept moving forward. Eventually, she crossed the signal receiver section and reached the very top of the tower. Looking at the vast mountains stretching in every direction, she screamed with joy. It was a breathtaking view that could only be witnessed after facing a life-threatening challenge. Her friend immediately pulled out her phone and started taking photos and videos in different poses. She had even bought a new drone for the occasion. She was certain that the footage would go viral online. Meanwhile, Becky took out her husband's ashes and scattered them into the wind, symbolically saying goodbye to the sorrow she had carried for so long. But just as they were preparing to climb back down, the old ladder that had been shaking the entire time suddenly snapped and fell to the ground. Although neither of them was injured, their only way down was gone. Their nightmare had just begun. If you want to watch more expensive-looking movies like this, then subscribe to the ZEKETED Movies channel.